Hello everyone, I thought to do a video real quick before me heading off to work. I wanted to make a video for you guys that you can go to that includes everything protection that you need. So this is like your quick start guide on anything that's for protection, psychic protection, spell work protection, just overall protection. I came prepared this time and wrote notes, so hopefully it won't be that much of a chaotic video. So all the things I have written down are my suggestions, what I think is the most powerful. Of course you guys' opinions might differ from mine, and that's okay. If you want, you guys can put down what you use for protection down below, and yeah. So let's start off first with sigils. Excuse me. So with sigils, you can use sigils and you can use runes. I know people make bind runes, but I mainly go with sigils. So with your sigils, what you can do is you can make a sigil that transforms negativity into positivity. You can make it where the negativity that's thrown your way is transformed into good luck. You know, you can use a sigil and place it somewhere to where it takes that energy. It kind of acts like a filter. So say for instance you put it over top of your doorway maybe, or in your window. Whatever energy is going through, it's gonna clean it and actually bring in good energy. It'll be like a filter. So yes, you could do that. You could make, let's see, a return to sender sigil. I have one, but I'm not comfortable with sharing it for specific purposes. You could also make a sigil in which is like a impenetrable protection. So yes, you can do that. When it comes to herbs, I highly suggest these herbs, but that's just me. Marjoram, because marjoram seems to have like a very, very protective quality to it. My grandmother, you know, always told me that it was really good for protection too, but just on, you know, secondhand witness, I guess, I don't know. Me using it in general, I've noticed it's really good for protection, just like overall protection, like physical protection and stuff. So you can use marjoram, you can use rosemary. Rosemary is my second favorite herb. Well, actually no, it's my favorite. It's my top favorite herb. I really like rosemary. You can also use juniper. Juniper is very good for keeping away evil spirits mainly, but it's also really good for negativity. So you can use the I personally believe you can use any part of the juniper. I even have like a little piece of wood that we used to use for a fireplace that I light and use to smoke cleanse. So yes. You can use rue. Rue is very, very protective as well. There's rue cologne in water, similar to like Florida water. You can use salt, of course. Everyone's go-to is salt. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's very protective and for a good reason. It's very purifying. You could also use cedar and sage. Now, I don't condone using white sage just because it is for ceremonial purposes. But you know, there's regular sage, there's garden sage. You could use those types of sage. But if you coming from a Native American, because I am Native American, I'm mixed, but besides the point, I am Native American. If you do have white sage, you know, my best idea would be you can gift it to someone who is Native American. Maybe you're friends with one, you know, maybe you have a friend that is. If you don't just throw it away. You can use it. You might as well use it because you already have it, and if you just throw it away, it's just not ethical in my opinion. You could also probably just break it up and use it as an offering to your spirits, or when you're out and about, and use it as an offering, which might contradict the fact of just throwing it away. I don't know. Those are just my suggestions. All the Native American people are gonna kick my butt. But like I said, I'm half. I'm not comfortable with explaining my whole thing and stuff with that, so we're just gonna move on. So, some other things with the sage and stuff, with the herbs. You can also use Palo Santo. Palo Santo is a very, very good, it's not really an herb, it's more of a wood, but yeah. Palo Santo is really good to use. You can use camphor, frankincense, and myrrh. Those are the ones that I recommend for herbs, even though a few aren't technically herbs. They're very good for protective qualities. And then let's go to crystals. So with crystals, right off the bat, I highly suggest using black tourmaline, selenite, and onyx and obsidian. Is that all I wrote down too? It is. So, oh yeah, I think I said quartz. Not sure. But black tourmaline is like my favorite stone to use, and I think it's really good to filter out negative energies and bad vibes. You can place it in your window, you can place it in the corners of your room, you can place it on top of your doorway. You can do a lot with it, and I'll talk about it later within this video, but you can also enchant and put a spell on the crystals to kind of help do more than just filter them. And what I mean by enchant is, you know, adding your energies and doing a spell and stuff. Oh no. Sorry about that. Our phone rang. And I screwed up my position. But, so those are some of the crystals I suggest using. Some other things, let's see. I'm sorry, this isn't going to be really in order. I'm going to try and make it in order, but chances are it's not going to be. Let's talk about water. Okay, so, you know, you can use Florida water. Florida water is very good. You can use holy water. Like, you know, you go to a church, you can get some of their holy water. I know some people might not like that idea, but it is good to use. And also I suggest making war water or Mars water. It's very good. It's versatile. You can use it for cursing, but you can also use it for protection. And if I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments, because yeah. Excuse me. When it comes to symbols, what I found works really good for protection is the evil eye. And I know a lot of people, it's 50-50 with their opinion. The evil eye is good, and then the evil eye is bad. For me, it's good. It works wonders for me. So yes, I highly suggest getting some evil eye stuff if you're okay with it. They make necklaces, they make rings, they make bracelets, they make nails, they make nail stickers you can put on, they make regular stickers. I plan on making hair ties to put in my shop, and they also have hair clips, which I have one, but I'm not gonna go get it right now. But they make a lot of things that have the evil eye on it that can be used for protection in many ways. A lot of it I would think of glamour magic, just because like it involves your nails and your hair and things like that. A pentacle, the star, I think that works, or actually like that works really well for protection as well. You can use crosses. Let's see. I just lost where I was. Oh, you can use witch's burrs. Witch's burrs are really good. I believe bat pods are, or devil pods. I think they are. You can use coffin nails. Coffin nails are really good. You could also like anoint them and like put them around your property to kind of act as a protection barrier as well. You can use saints. So like Saint Michael, my voice, or like technically in like an archangel, Archangel Michael, is mainly the one that I would suggest, but there's other ones that you can use that can help with protection. You can also use mirrors. Mirrors is really good if you're wanting to kind of reflect, stay hidden, and also kind of like a return to sender. So you could put like a mirror in your window facing outwards, so the reflection's facing outwards, and that'll help to deflect any negativity sent your way, and so forth. It's a really good versatile tool. So I highly suggest having mirrors. You can also probably maybe use like a witch's ladder and put little mirrors on them, like going up, and kind of act as like a tool to deflect things. I think that'd be really cool. Let's see. Some other things you can also use is a poppet. Basically it acts as a souvenir. So if you, for example, are doing a lot of black magic, and you know someone most likely, I don't know, could be sending it back to you, what you sent to them, you can create a poppet. Some people, because of mainstream, think of voodoo dolls, but you can use a poppet and make it as if it's you, so it goes to that doll and not you. You can also adopt a spirit friend, and when you adopt that spirit friend, you can give them the soul duty or job to act as a protection guardian for your whole family. That's another thing that you can do. And I have heard of some people using they buy certain statues and they put their energy in it, kind of to where it is an actual spirit almost, but not exactly like a thought form. I completely forgot exactly what it is, but they're putting, in my opinion, they're putting their energy into it. I know it has to do with like daemonism in Greek, I think. I will do some more research after this video, so don't worry. You don't have to come at me, I know. But you can do that. Oh yes, you can have your own protection altar. So like having your own altar that's dedicated to protecting your space, your home, your family. And I think when you have an altar for that, you can really see when things are thrown your way, because certain things would be like cracking, they just look like they're kind of falling apart, so you can really see how it's helping you and your family and things like that. With another thing with I wouldn't really say symbols, but other things that you can use. You can make witches' ladders and witches' brooms. Those work really well. And also having witches' bells, which are those bell things that you hang on your door. Those are really good to have as well. Now, probably everyone's favorite thing to do is making spell bottles. So making spell bottles, the best ones I would suggest is, of course, making a witch's bottle, which I think is also called a witch's jar. And then there's also witch's balls, which is more dedicated to Yule, but you can make it for protection. You can put it in your window or hang it on your tree or hang it anywhere else you want to. And when it comes to a spell bottle, you can do a lot of things with a spell bottle. You can put them in your window, you can bury it into your property. Geez, the possibility is pretty endless. But definitely you can use spell bottle to make a protection bottle for, you. So, that's pretty much it for the most part. Excuse me. However, actually, don't forget, you can make your own wards and you can make your own protection oils. I don't think I've made a protection oil on this channel, or any wards really. I have written them down, but I haven't shared them with any of you guys yet. So maybe I'll do that later on. But remember that any of these things, they can be enchanted. You can put a spell on them to help enhance the property that you're wanting them to be used for. Whether it be physical protection, mental protection, spiritual protection, whichever. Jeez. Also remember that even though you're doing all this work, there is a possibility sometimes that someone's spell can just slip through and get past your barriers. There is always a possibility of that. So what I suggest is to think outside of the box. And just, try your best, do your best. And that's all that matters. I hope this video helps. And I hope you have learned a thing or two. And have gotten some ideas of what you can use for protection. Again, if you guys have other opinions and options of what you do when it comes into your craft, go ahead and comment them down below. I'd be very curious to see everyone's usage and things like that. So until next time, I hope you all have a very lovely day, and I will see you all later. Bye! We're going to be doing a crash course on protection and spirituality, so make sure to take notes. You're going to want to use crystals. Crystals can be amethyst, quartz, black tourmaline, and selenite. You can use some herbs. My favorite is rosemary, marjoram. Marjoram is very protective. Salt. You can even use like eggshells. Frankincense is another one. Dragon's blood. I'd highly suggest using juniper. You can also use Palo Santo. You can also make protective sigils, and you can make ones that turn negativity into positivity or negativity into like good luck. Also, again, with the herbs, you can do smudging. You can create an altar that is specifically dedicated to protecting you, your space, your home, your people, and so forth. You can make puppets of yourself or make souvenirs. You can also use different waters, such as like rainwater, moon water, Florida water, so forth. You can use the evil eye. You could also get a spirit vessel that you can bond with and ask them to protect you. You can also use runes such as algas, or even make your own bind rune. Another thing, you can always ask Archangel Michael, even though I know some are scared to work with him. You can also make spell bottles, such as the witch's jar too. Now, as an FYI with all this, people can easily get through your protection wards, despite how well you try to protect yourself. So always think around on how people can get through it and have different ways so they don't.